Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso. Welcome to the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Today we're going to look at some fundamentals. So I'm going to open up a document and dazzle you with my typing. So I'm going to ask my students, Olaf and Pat, to keep their mics open because we're going to make this interactive. First question, Olaf, why do you meditate?
It was a good question. I think it's for... Actually, I don't know.
Okay. Pat, why do you meditate?
To practice and learn how to notice, relax, and flow.
Good. Why do you want to do that?
Because I'm tired of not being able to notice, relax, and flow.
Okay. So when you read the literature of any fundamentalist organization, whether they're Buddhist or Hindu or Sikh or Jain, whether they're Taoist or Confucius or I forgot there's another sect in Japan, Shinto, whether they're earth magic, whether they're Judeo-Christian, whether they're Muslim, whether they're shamanistic, whatever it is, if it's written from a fundamentalist perspective, they're going to invest a lot of time and energy telling you why you need this path and what bad things will befall you if you fail to seize this golden opportunity. Liberals don't do that. On a Buddhist index of 0 to 11, 11 being a fully enlightened Buddha, Buddhists don't chase people down and hog-tie them like a cowboy at a rodeo does to a calf. They don't say, be my student, be my disciple, come follow me, or else I give you noogies, eternal noogies. No, Buddhists don't do that. And if you encounter someone who does something like that, run away from them. So people choose meditation because they want something different. And they hope meditation will give it to them. There are many flavors of meditation. I really limit myself to Buddhist systems of meditation. Buddha taught a simple three-prong approach to meditation, and Pat touched upon it. Those three prongs would be mindfulness, insight, and love. Now, there's a difference between practicing the path and accomplishing the path. Patricia, what does it mean to practice the path of mindfulness, insight, and love? And second thought, I'm going to give this question to Olaf, because Olaf, my friend, I do not wish you to feel left out.
What was the question?
Okay, what is meant by practicing mindfulness, insight, and love?
I should say to apply them in daily life.
Great. Can you give me some examples of applying it in daily life?
For example, if someone steals your belongings, you don't react with anger, maybe?
Okay, so let's explore that. We select our emotions at our peril. Now, that doesn't sound very positive, does it? But basically, if we try to use our heart like a computer keyboard and command it to feel this or feel that or not feel this or not feel that, bad things happen. So it's not our job to disassociate from reality. It's our job to notice what's going on circumstantially and to notice what's going on physically, and to notice what's going on with our relationships, and to notice what's going on with our mind. And then we find a way to work with what's going on, to let go, not to ignore, but to process what's going on so that we're able to let go of it in a healthy and sustainable way. And we also bring our circumstance, whether they're physical circumstance or whether we're dealing with our circumstances, our body, our relationships, or our mind, we want to find a way to bring what's ever going on into the realm of universal benefit and use it as a way to fuel our love for others. Now, sometimes love is an emotion, and that's lovely, but it's not always. It can simply be an intention, a will, a wish. When we sincerely wish well-being for others, when we choose to intend that, despite what we're feeling, that is very powerful and very useful. Let's move forward. So I touched on this lightly, but all of human existence can fit under 4 headings. Pat, what are those 4 headings?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay. So the 4 headings of human experience would be our circumstances, our bodies, our communication, which is a litmus test of our relationships, both verbal and nonverbal communication, and our minds, which is our perception, our reasoning, our recall, our imagination, and our emotion. So arguably, gosh, I'm having some trouble navigating my documents. Hate it when that happens. So if we are aware of our circumstances, our bodies, our communication, our minds, we are practicing the path of mindfulness. If we are using healthy and sustainable methods of working with and processing and letting go of the various things in our circumstances, bodies, communication, and minds, we're practicing Buddha's path. If we're using what's going on in our circumstances, bodies, communication, and minds to fuel our well wishes for others, we're practicing Buddha's path. So based on that, Olaf, have you any questions?
It should be maybe no question right now.
Okay, how about you, Pat?
Not yet.
Okay, I sense some tightness in your chest.
There's a question forming in the back of my brain, but I can't articulate it yet.
Okay. Well, we don't want you having a kafufi moment, so.
Oh, no. Especially now if I was being recorded, that would be horrible.
It would not be horrible, Pat. Probably 4 people on the entire planet are going to watch this video. Your anonymity, pretty much guaranteed. I could plaster your mailing address and know what would happen? Nothing. Nothing would happen. I get comments all the time, and very few of them are positive on YouTube. Usually it's really bad stuff. Anyway, so hey, let's move forward. If the practice of Buddha's path is seen in bringing mindfulness, insight, and love into these 4 zones or areas of our experience, then the next question is, what does it mean to accomplish Buddha's path? Okay, Olaf, what does it mean to accomplish Buddha's path?
I think it's to accomplish is to do it spontaneous, easy, and habitual.
Well done, Olaf. Gold star for you, senor. Well done. High five. Good job. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging, Olaf. Okay. So, I'm going to write this down. Excellent. So, gold star for Olaf. And now I'll read what I have just frenetically typed out. When we bring mindfulness, insight, and love into our experience, into our experience of circumstance, body communication, as well as mind, and we do it spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively, then truly we have accomplished the path. Now, let's get a little bit more comfortable with those 4 ideas, with those 4 zones, if you will. The 4 dimensions or zones of experience are often explored by way of simile. Well, let's jump back for a second. In Dzokchen, we talk about 2 stages, and those 2 stages are so-called leapover and trick shows cut through. Now, I'll be honest with you, leap over and cut through sound like the name of a slasher movie from the 80s, but I assure you, it's not. So let's make this a little easier. Leap over is contrived, and cut through is spontaneous. And we'll explore that a bit more right now. There is a Sanskrit phrase, bodhicitta. Olaf, would you please translate bodhicitta for me from Sanskrit into English?
I can't remember that.
Patricia, would you like to take a stab at that?
It's the mindset of enlightenment.
Perfect. Well done. Gold star for Pat. Can you feel the cyber gold star upon your forehead?
Yes, I can.
Now let's pretend that there are two aspects of bodhicitta, a conventional aspect and an ultimate aspect. Olaf, what is the conventional aspect of bodhicitta?
Could it be to wish good stuff for people close to?
Perfect! Perfect answer. And we're going to call that wishing love. Provided I can spell the silly word. Pat, what is the ultimate aspect of bodhicitta?
To be able to remove the suffering of others.
Nope, that would be conventional. Olaf, Pat, would you like to take a second stab at it? And of course, with all this talk of stabbing, this very well might be a slasher movie. Would you like to use your running chainsaw of wisdom to take a second swipe at this poor victim of a question?
Okay. If conventional is wishing love upon others, when the ultimate aspect is to be able to actually give love to others.
Nope, it would be letting go.
Oh, okay.
Love and letting go. It's yes, it's the spiritual version of the buddy cop movie. Love and letting go.
Okay.
So the contrived work of the leap over is to use tools to help us work with love and letting go. And so what we do is we bring this love and letting go into the 4 areas of our life. And what are those 4 areas? Once again, mind, speech, body, and circumstance. So now let us use an amateur attempt at neuroscience. Over the many millennia that our ancestors have been evolving, we've had a brainstem much longer than we've had a midbrain. And we've had a midbrain much longer than we've had a forebrain. And we've had a forebrain much longer than we've had speech. So from an evolutionary point of view, we are hardwired for symbolic communication. So for instance, we can hear statistics, but actually looking at a pie chart can be more impactful. We can look at statistical analysis, but actually hearing anecdotal evidence can be profoundly powerful. We can understand intellectually that it's important to buckle up, but if we see an actual accident, that's more of an impact upon us. So in Tantric Buddhism, we capitalize upon that and try to find visceral symbols that appeal to us. Now, I think everyone here has seen Wizard of Oz. Olaf, have you ever seen The Wizard of Oz? It's a very old movie. It's probably close to 80 years old.
Yes, I think I've seen it.
Yes, with the flying monkeys and the Emerald City and the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Okay, that was a dreadful, dreadful imitation. Anyway, so we can look at the spectacle of Wizard of Oz, and we can use it as a simile. We can look at the chaos of the Twister, or the overwhelming attack of the flying monkeys, or the pitiful demise of the Wicked Witch of the West, or the sorrow felt by Dorothy as she saw the sand in the hourglass of her doom running out. We can look at those things and feel those emotions without believing it's true, without wondering whether it's true. We can say, yes, it's story, it's entertaining, and yet it's poignant, and things in my life can relate to it. Likewise, to explore body, mind, speech, body, and place, we often use symbols. And in Buddhism, a symbol for a mind could be a Buddha's seed syllable, such as Tom. For speech, it could be, let me get a tab over here so everything's nice and sync. It could be mantra. For body, it could be the Buddha's body of light. And for place, we could work with the idea of a Buddha's paradise. And just as we would not squander our energy wondering whether or not The Wizard of Oz was a historical document or a work of fiction, we would simply enjoy it. Likewise, we can take the symbols of a Buddha's mind, a Buddha's speech, and a Buddha's body, and a Buddha's place, and use it to help us understand both love as well as letting go. So let's do that right now. When we look at a Buddha's mind and we explore that, that Buddha's mind could be lucid, yet, well, or let me just jump back, that a syllable tom that represents a Buddha's mind, that syllable tom is comprised of light, it's not graspable. When we look at a mantra representing the Buddha's speech, if that mantra is composed of rainbow light, it too would be ungraspable. When we consider a body of a Buddha, male or female, wrathful or peaceful, that body is, if it's comprised of light, is non-graspable. And when we think of a Buddha's paradise, we often call it a Pure Land in Buddhism, whether it's Sukhavati or Potala or Abhirati or Kayajra, or Akanisha, or a copper-colored mountain, whatever it is, we look at it as being a paradise comprised of light, tantalizing, yet not graspable. And exploring this can help us build our momentum of letting go. We can also look at a Buddha's mind, speech, body, and place as really, really positive things. For instance, if we wish that our neighbors have a mind that is as peaceful as a Buddha's, that's an act of life, of love. If we wish that our fellow humans have communication that is as peaceful as a Buddha's mantra, that's an act of love. If we actively wish that all beings of this planet, whether they walk or crawl or swim or fly, if we actively wish that all beings of this planet have a body that is as peaceful as a Buddha's body, that's an act of love. And if we actively wish that all beings of all worlds find their circumstances to be as joyful and as peaceful and as beneficial as a Buddha's paradise, then that is a wonderful way of exercising our intention of love. Now, you notice I said intention, not emotion. It's the intention that we exercise. And so by working with these 4 syllables, we are able to build both our love and our insight. And one of the most powerful ways of multiplying our insight is then to explore what would happen if all worlds melted into our world, if this world melted into our location, if our location melted into our body, if our body melted into our mind, and if our mind melted into empty space, what could we possibly cling to? And all of those fun contemplations fit under the heading of contrived meditation. Now, many fundamentalists, for some very strange reasons, some of them superstitious reasons, and some of them elitist reasons, try to keep this secret, which is very, very sad. A great late teacher, the teacher of Namko Nobu, taught him the leap over instructions before the cut-through instructions. And I do the same thing because it makes it easier. When we do these contrived meditations first, it makes the spontaneous meditation much easier. Now, Olaf, what would you describe the spontaneous meditation as? During the spontaneous meditation, what do you like to do during the in-breath? What do you silently or mentally say to yourself?
Notice.
Good. Good. So in the in-breath, okay, and Olaf, what do you like to say to yourself silently and mentally during the out-breath?
Letting go, maybe.
Perfect. Or relaxing.
Yes.
Okay, so if we just start off and do a solid hour of noticing and relaxing, there are some benefits. But and instead of doing a full hour, if we start off doing the contrived meditations of love and letting go, and then we are able to physically and mentally relax our mind into noticing and relaxing, it works so much better. Now, there is another nickname for these 2 categories of contemplations. One would be visionary experience, not because we're supposed to visualize things actively, but because we're using our imagination. And then the nickname for the second one could be, and this is one of my favorites, relaxing into the nature of mind. So this is the essence of the path, and by practicing this skillfully, we can accomplish the path. In fact, some even say that in a retreat setting, it can be done in a week, if not a month, if not a quarter, if not a year, if not a decade. So, having said that, before we jump into today's practice, Olaf, do you have any questions for me?
No question right now.
Okay. Patricia looks like she's having a potty break, so we'll continue. So I'm going to minimize these beautiful notes, which are suitable for framing, and access the day's practice text. Now, what we're going to do first, let's see, it's 10:31. So we're going to practice this in an extraordinarily essentialized manner. We're going to skip ahead to page 31, I suspect. All right, and I'm going to adjust the program so it's easier on the eyes. That should make it much easier. All right. So, Olaf, please mute your microphone. And remember that we have 12 elemental permutations. We're going to begin with the 12th one, which is mutable water. And we'll do that simply by touching the tip of our left middle finger to our thumb. Okay, Patricia, can you hear me? Okay, one moment. Patricia, we're using mutable water, and we're touching our left middle finger to our thumb. What mindset am I now experiencing? Om Dani Soadam. These questions are rhetorical. Our job is not to answer them. Our job is to ask them during the in-breath and to relax during the intonation of the out-breath. How could my mind be lucid, yet as non-graspable as wisdom, Tom of light? Om Dani Soadam. How could I relax into the awareness of my mind? Om Dani Soadam. May my mind now be as peaceful as wisdom, Tom mind. Om Dani Soadam. May the mind of each being of this place, and this place is wherever you're at, whether it's Texas, California, or Sweden. Om Dani Soadam. May the mind of each being of this world now be as peaceful as wisdom, Tom mind. Om Dani Soadam. We continue to train our wishing love, our loving intention. May the mind of each being of each world now be as peaceful as wisdom, Tom mind. Om Dani Soadam. Remember, our job is not to visualize. Our job is not to try to become Gandalf the Grey and just transform everybody. Our job is to exercise our loving intention. That's it. Super easy, super simple. Let's continue to exercise our mindfulness. What communication am I now experiencing? Remember, communication can be real or imagined, can be verbal or nonverbal. Om Dani Soadam. One of the beautiful things about the word communication is it reflects how we are communing with others. It describes the quality and intention of our relationships, platonic or non-platonic, platonic, romantic, vocational, biological, whatever however we relate to people. That would fall under this heading, the heading of communication. And we do it, we train our insight now. How can my communication be resounding, yet as non-graspable as a mantra of light? Om Dare Soadam. Again, we continue to train our insight. How could I relax into the awareness of my communication? Om Dare Soadam. The next 4 exercises, we're going to again turn our attention to our loving intention. And we begin with love of self, for an argument can be made that we are biologically designed to love ourselves first. May my communication now be as peaceful as mantra speech. Om Dare Soadam. May the communication of each being of this place now be as peaceful as mantra speech. Om Dare Soadam. May the communication of each being of this world now be as peaceful as mantra speech. So if there are politicians who you feel are not saying the right thing, then it can be very easy for you to wish that their communication be transformed until it's as peaceful as mantra speech. And so we can take the source of tsuris in our life, or the source of stress in our life, and use it as grist for the mill in the manufacture of greater and greater love. And the communication of each being of this world now be as peaceful as mantra speech. Om Dare Soadam. And if you like Star Trek, like I like Star Trek, your mind can turn to the Romulans or the Klingons. Oh, how they love to fight. May the communication of each being of each world now be as peaceful as mantra speech. Om Dare Soadam. We now return to our mindfulness training, turning our attention now to our body. And one of the good things about physical pain is that it grabs our attention. No one ever said, I just forgot about my throbbing headache. Whoops. No. So our physical shortcomings, our physical challenges can actually strengthen our mindfulness. Om Dare Soadam. How could my body be sensual yet as non-graspable as Red Tata's form of light? So Radhada's bija is Tam. We played with that for a while. Her mantra, Om Tati Soha Tam, right here. Now we're drawing our attention to her form. And we don't want to become obsessive. Our job is not to visualize it perfectly. Our job is to use the idea of the form comprised of light simply to strengthen our insight. Om Tare Sovadham. How could I relax into the awareness of my body? And by blending awareness and relaxation, we're practicing the union of mindfulness and insight. Om Tare Sovadham. There are some people who take their meditational deity, whether it's male or female, wrathful or peaceful, and they treat it like a god, like a great celestial Santa Claus, making wishes, making prayers, and the like. But the main purpose of these visualized, optimized beings is to give us a frame of reference with which to wish others well and explore the non-graspable nature of reality. That's enough right there. If we become masters of love and wisdom, then that's the ultimate wish. Everything else is just a distraction. Turning our attention back to love. May my body now be as peaceful as red Tata form. And of course, form is a synonym for body. Om Nare Sovadham. May the body of each being of this place now be as peaceful as red Tata form. So if you have a partner, a family member, a roommate, or a neighbor who is ill, this is really great. This exercise is you sending out a loving intention that their body no longer be in the turmoil of illness, disease, or disorder, but experience the peace of optimization. Om Nare Sovadham. May the body of each being of this world now be as peaceful as red Tata form. Om Nare Sovadham. May the body of each being of each world now be as peaceful as red Tata form. So if the king, the chancellor of the Klingon Empire has a toothache, we are wishing him well. Om Dare Sovadham. We've explored mind, communication, and body. We now turn to the fourth facet of experience, circumstance. We train our mindfulness with the rhetorical question, what circumstances am I now experiencing? Whether they're pleasurable, whether they're painful, whether they're neutral, and if you were like me as a child, my greatest lament was, I'm so bored. So even boring counts as a circumstance. Om Dare Sovadham. How could my circumstances be appearing yet as non-graspable as Potala paradise of light? So we don't have to visualize our circumstances. We just open our eyes and swivel our head back and forth, and bam, we've got them. These are our circumstances. There's a dust bunny under the couch. That's my circumstance. If there's a lack of dust bunnies under the couch, that's also my circumstances. Because it's better to have a dust bunny than a dust tiger. That's what I say. How could I relax into the awareness of my circumstances? Now we come to the 4 final love exercises. May my circumstances now be as peaceful as Potala Place. And once again, Potala Place doesn't have to be real for it to function as a simile. For instance, Emerald City doesn't have to be real in order for us to say this place is as spectacular as Emerald City. Real or imagined, it still serves as a simile. So let's not get bogged down in the swamp of wondering whether a comparison is a simile, is figurative or literal. Let's just take it for its intention as a way of, as an archetype of that which is quite lovely and beneficial. May the circumstances of each being of this place now be as peaceful as Potala Place. May the circumstances of each being of this world now be as peaceful as Potala Place. May the circumstances of each being of each world now be as peaceful as Potala Place. Because it's difficult to wage war while you're feeling peaceful. The next 7 exercises are going to expand upon our insight training and help us really explore the non-graspability of all things, beings, and phenomena on a visceral level. What could I cling to if each world and its beings blissfully melted into rainbow lights that now absorbed into my world? Let's now work with the elemental permutation known as fixed air. We do that by counting the mala upon our right index finger while simultaneously touching our left index finger to its thumb. What could I cling to if my world and its beings blissfully melted into rainbow lights that now absorbed into my place? Om Dade Suadham. If you use these exercises twice a day, every day, you'll probably memorize them before the end of the month, which would be a great convenience for your meditation. What could I cling to if my place and its beings blissfully melted into rainbow light that now absorbed into my body? Om Dade Suadham. What could I cling to if my body blissfully melted into rainbow light that now absorbed into my mind? Om Dade Suadham. What could I cling to if my body blissfully melted into rainbow light that now absorbed into my mind? Om Dade Suadham. What could I cling to if my mind blissfully melted into rainbow lights that now absorbed into empty space? Om Dade Suadham. What could I cling to if I now experienced infinite openness? Om Dade Suadham. And now we leave the contrived contemplations behind us, and for the remainder of the meditation session, we'll use this spontaneous meditation. You could ask what makes it spontaneous. I'm still reciting a question, a rhetorical question during the in-breath. The answer is we're using the pronoun this. I'll relax into the awareness of this. And this is whatever we spontaneously notice, whether it's circumstantial, physical, communicative, or merely mental. Whatever's going on, we don't repress it, we don't try to reshape it, we don't try to change it, we do not try to bend it to our will, we simply notice it and relax. There was a great Tibetan saint who wrote a commentary on the Ngondro entitled Words of My Perfect Teacher. He did it as a very young man. At the end of his life, he recommended a simple practice. This practice of combining noticing and relaxing with mantra. Let's continue. Om Dade Suadham. Don't mistake this for deep breathing exercises. Just follow the leader, harmonize with me. Let's practice gently. Om Dade Suadham. Om Dade Suadham. Om Dade Suadham. Om Dare Soadam. 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 Let's switch to the elemental permutation of cardinal earth by counting our mala upon our right ring finger while disengaging the digits of our left hand. Om Dare Soadam. 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 Om Dare Sovadam. 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 Let's now switch our elemental permutation to that of immutable fire by counting our mala upon our left little finger while disengaging the digits of our right hand. Om Dare Sovadam. 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 Do not push the thoughts away. Do not chase after them. Allow them to do what they do, whether they're pleasurable or painful, whether they're glorious or grotesque. Om Dare Sovadam. Om Dare Sovadam. If every word you hear and every sound you're exposed to shatters your experience, you're probably caught in the trap of rigid concentration. Gentle, flexible, resilient mindfulness is not perturbed by distractions. Rather, it is strengthened. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 Having reached the 1/4 mark for today's Dzokchen practice, you may want to adjust your legs if you're sitting cross-legged. Please, let's switch to our elemental permutation to that of fixed water by counting our mala upon our right middle finger while simultaneously touching our left middle finger to its thumb. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Whoops, I misspoke. We're not 1/4 done. We are 1/3 done. Whoops. Okay. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 For those of you watching at home, yes, I was in fact blowing a kiss to my departing Khandra. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 We live in exciting times, and there appears to be some saber rattling going on between the president of this country and the leader of North Korea. If that fills us with anxiety, then I suggest we clerk with how relax into the awareness of this anxiety. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. If it fills us with frustration, I'll relax into the awareness of this frustration. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. Let's switch our elemental permutation to that of cardinal air by counting our mala upon our right, oopsie, here it is, right index finger, while simultaneously disengaging the digits of our left hand. Om Dare Zoadam. The greed we see in our nation is such that there are approximately 10 vacant houses for every one homeless person. If this injustice gives you discomfort, then let us relax into the awareness of greed. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. Studies have shown that giving the homeless free housing, free medical care, free psychiatric care, free job training, free counseling is actually less expensive than putting them in jail, and actually it helps them to become quote unquote contributing members of society. However, people would still spend more money to punish them. So perhaps we could meditate upon how to relax into the awareness of this hate. Om Dare Soadam. Om Dare Soadam. If you feel outrage when viewing the great injustice suffered by many African and Latin Americans at the hands of the police, then bring that into your experience of the rhetorical question, how relax into the awareness of this. Om Dare Soadam. 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 Please switch your elemental permutation to that of immutable earth by counting your mala upon your left ring finger, while simultaneously disengaging the digits of your right hand. Om Dare Soadam. Om Dare Soadam. Dare Zoadam. Dare Zoadam. Dare Zoadam. Dare Zoadam. In Patul Rinpoche's final meditation manual, The Heart Treasure of the Enlightened Ones, he dismisses sadhanas as being mere elaboration, saying all one needs is mantra and the two bodhicittas. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 Please switch your elemental permutation to that of fixed fire by simply counting your mala upon your right little finger while simultaneously touching your left little finger to its thumb. Om Dare Zoadam. Om Dare Soadam. 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 Having completed the second third of our Dzokchen practice, if you wish, you may rearrange your legs and take a sip of water. Let us switch our elemental permutation to that of cardinal water by counting our mala upon our right ring finger, our right middle finger, while simultaneously disengaging the digits of our left hand. Om Dare Soadam. Om Dare Soadam. Om Dare Soadam. Om Nare Zoadam. One of the benefits of memorizing both the Tokal as well as the trick show is that you can practice them anywhere you want, including on your back, gazing up at the blue sky at sunset, which is a delightful meditation. Om Nare Zoadam. 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 Let us switch our elemental permutation to that of mutable air by accounting our mala upon our left index finger while simultaneously disengaging the digits of your right hand. Om Nare Zoadam. Om Nare Zoadam. Om Nare Zoadam. Om Nare Zoadam. Om Dare Zoadam. A second fringe benefit to mastering these simple exercises, to memorizing these simple exercises, is that you can perform them while doing walking meditation. Only good for your heart, but good for your mind as well. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 Please switch your elemental permutation to that of fixed earth by counting your mala upon your right ring finger while simultaneously touching your left ring finger to its thumb. Om Dare Zoadam. 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 Om Dare Sovatam. 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 Please switch your elemental permutation to that of cardinal fire simply by counting your mala upon your right little finger while simultaneously disengaging the digits of your left hand. Om Dare Sovatam. 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 If you're having a memory, a flashback that elicits rage, then bring your awareness and relaxation into that rage. Om Dare Sovatam. 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 So I'm going to close the sadhana right now and open up the last manual of Putru Rinpoche, not to recite, just to recite this line right here. Together, everyone, may all beings benefit. If you have any questions and you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely manner, usually via video. If you wish to download a copy of this, I'll be glad to send you the PDF for free. All you have to do is ask. May you and yours be healthy and happy.